Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, the free, and the home of the brave?
be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the principal of Coronado High School, Mr. Darren Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Hoder in the Blue Notes. Welcome to the 50th annual Coronado High School graduation ceremony. Thank you, family and friends, for being here and supporting our students at this event. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our retiring staff members. These 13 people embody some of the best qualities that Coronado has to offer, and they will be missed. Mikhail Sayvelev, Paula Greco, Don Taylor, Ann Shulsky, Diane Summers, Carrie Hill, Sharon Bronson Sheehan, Kelly Hodge, Susan Cook, Kelly Sveen, Pat Haig, Yvette Reyes, and Alan Combs. Please welcome to the stage our student body president, Sam Gerber.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to introduce our distinguished guests. Please stand as I call your name and hold your applause till the end. Dr. Nicholas Gleditch, Interim Superintendent of Schools. Darren Smith, Principal. Phoebe Bailey, Assistant Superintendent, Personnel Support Services. Addie Arnell, Assistant Principal. Dr. Parth Melpackham, President, Board of Education, and Presiding Officer. Jim Porter, Athletic Director and Business Manager. Sherry Callback, Interim Deputy Superintendent, Achievement, Learning, and Leadership. Ricky Labato, Dean of Attendance. Dan Hoff, Executive Director of School Leadership. Emily King, Family and Consumer Sciences teacher and faculty speaker. John McCarran, Assistant Superintendent, Chief Information Officer. Donald Taylor, Social Studies teacher and name reader. Dr. Sandra Banks, Secretary, Board of Education. Laura Stuckey, English teacher and name reader. Julie Ott, Director, Board of Education. Sayla Border, Senior Class Speaker. Zevin Scott, Senior Class Speaker. David Dubois, Principal, Russell Middle School. Shayla Parker, Principal, West Middle School. Anthony Carr, Principal, Holmes Middle School. Monty Katowski, Physical Education teacher and name reader. Jeffrey Hoder, Vocal Music teacher and name reader. Deborah Vancaster, President, Coronado PTA and parent of graduating senior. Caitlin Garrison, Library Data Assistant and parent of graduating senior. Dr. Joe Schott, President, Colorado Springs Education Association. Brenda McKinney, President, Education Support Professionals Council. And lastly, Reverend Al Loma, Director, Board of Education. A round of applause, yeah.
Our first senior speaker was very involved with music, both in and out of Coronado. As a member of the Coronado Orchestra, she made it into All-State Orchestra and the Pikes Peak Honor Orchestra. Additionally, she played for the Colorado Springs Youth Symphony. Heading to Fort Lewis College this fall on a full-ride academic scholarship to study environmental science and musical performance with the hopes of working in the conservation field, please welcome Sayla Border.
To see the world, things dangerous to come to see behind walls, draw closer, to find each other and to feel. That is the meaning of life. That is Life magazine's motto. Life magazine has caught some of the most important events in U.S. history. The moon landing, MLK's I Have a Dream speech, VJ Day in Times Square, and beyond that. We have been through quite a profound part in history ourselves. The pandemic swept through our world like wildfire. School was put online, and the only interaction we had was through a computer screen, and even that was only 30 gray boxes talking to each other. Football stadiums, auditoriums, and classrooms were all left empty. I didn't have a single school orchestra concert last year. And I am sure all of you have missed out on many cherished activities as well. We were doing the opposite of drawing closer to one another, for good reason, but it was really hard. Relationships make us strong. Community is important to Coronado Cougars, and that was the exact opposite of what we had for almost 2 years. Fortunately for me, my parents were my rock through the pandemic. They always are. Charles and Kelsey Border, you are my biggest supporters, my wildest cheerleaders. We spend all of our lives trying to figure out what we want to do with our lives. And all I ever wanted to be was them. Who are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your community? Who are the people that make you want to draw closer, to find each other, and to feel? You know, a year ago, I would not have been here, speaking in front of all of you now. Fear has kept me from doing a lot of things I have wanted to do. As humans, we use fear as an excuse from finding our people, from saying what we truly feel, from accomplishing our dreams. Fear is that wall we sometimes choose to stay behind. So peek over, see behind that wall, adventure into the unknown, take that leap. You want to climb a 14er? Do it. You want to get that job? Do it. You want to make this world a little bit better off before we leave it? Do it. Because life just isn't that long. The speed of how fast a camera can take a photo is called its shutter speed. A regular iPhone shutter speed can go from 1/3 of a second to 1/8,000th of a second. This can capture your kid's first steps, your prom outfit, something stupid your brother is doing, or your high school graduation. In 1/8,000th of a second, it's gone. That is how fast life moves. It feels like only a second ago I sat down in Mr. Edmonds' freshman English class with the absolute fear and curiosity of what high school was going to look like. And now it's gone. Our 4 years of high school flew by like 1/8,000th of a second. The memories with friends in the courtyard, watching Cougar TV, football games, and spending time with teachers, a click of a camera, and it's gone. We're all moving to the next stage of our lives, the second chapter, the big step that we have been waiting to take with eagerness or absolute dread, or both. Today we are being forced to become adults, to make our own decisions, to grow up. There will be so many more chapters in our books we need to fill after this one. How will you write them? How will you capture them? How will you make your mark? You know, at the end of my life, I want to look at my photo album and see all the risks I took, the journeys I embarked on, the challenges I conquered. So whatever your next step may be, college, work, military, whatever it is, go live. Go truly live. Because life just isn't that long. Go see the world, things dangerous to come to. See behind walls, go draw closer, find each other, and feel. That is the meaning of life. Congratulations, fellow classmen of 2022. We did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Coronado High School Combined Orchestras as they perform music selections from Beauty and the Beast by Alan Menken under the direction of Mr. Paul Jacobson. Our next speaker was very involved during his time here at Coronado. He was a member of Cougar TV, student cabinet, and on the varsity climbing club. Heading to UCCS this fall to continue to pursue his interest in video production with the hopes of traveling the world, please welcome Zevin Scott.
Testing. Good afternoon, Coronado. It's me, Zevin Scott. You might know me as the guy for morning announcements, the star of Cougar TV, or that annoying kid who talks too loud in the hallways. Y'all are probably tired of hearing from me at this point, but I promise this is the last thing. So let's start off this Wednesday with a dad joke. It's an oldie but a goodie. Why did the man throw the clock out the window? Because he wanted to see time fly. The man soon came to regret this hasty decision because he could no longer tell the time and almost completely missed the deadline for the speech he was supposed to write. And after weaseling his way into tryouts, he finished the rough draft while the other candidates were already giving their speeches. He then scrapped the rough draft, forgot about the whole thing, and finished the final draft at about the last possible moment. The man in this story was Albert Einstein. Just kidding, it was me, obviously. And as pretty much every teacher can vouch for, this wasn't a very uncommon experience. In fact, today I forgot to print out a hard copy and had to ask my dad to bring it to me. Thanks, Dad. Anyway, it was times like this where I just thought, where did all that time go? Every time I thought I had something due next Wednesday, it was already Thursday. I thought I had weeks to study for a test only to realize it was next period. I'd like to share one of my favorite quotes from Garfield, not the president, the cat. You know it's Monday when you wake up and it's Tuesday. Days, weeks, months, time just seems to slip by, huh? Last year was the worst of it. Waking up every day to join our classes, keeping our curtains closed all day, trying to get a full education through a little glowing rectangle. Sometimes it felt like I was waking up just to fall asleep again, and before I knew it, the whole year was over. Then it was summer, then fall, then now we're here. And Cougies, I know it seems like high school moves really fast, but it's just gonna get faster. Things are gonna get harder, and if you're not careful, you may find yourself 40 years in the future behind the wheel of a large automobile. And you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? I've always thought life was like a big pinball machine. When life hands you a ball, you can either fight your darndest trying to keep the ball moving upward, or you could just sit and let it roll by, right out the bottom. And just like pinball, we can't always control where the ball's gonna go. Sure, we can try to push it a direction, but at the end of the day, it's just gonna go wherever the heck it wants. It's stressful, it's difficult, and sometimes it makes you want to stop trying and let that ball roll out. Because what's the point if you can't control where you're going? Well, I've always thought pinball was really fun, and it's fun because you can't control where the ball will go. It can be crazy, chaotic, and exciting, getting bounced, doom, 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 bumped around. I never thought I'd end up in half the places I did, like Cougar TV, like the announcements, and even right here. Like, you could end up like managing a Cinnabon in Omaha, Nebraska. You could end up selling unicycles out of a minibus in Albuquerque with no air conditioning. And it could be the best time of your life. So don't let that ball fall through. Keep fighting and taking opportunities when you can, and let life take you where it takes you. Still, no matter what you've been doing, the pinball we call high school is rolled out, and soon enough, life's gonna be rolling another one your way. But before that happens, we should take advantage of one of the very, very few times where it feels like we can look back at everything that just happened. Whether it feels like it or not, you somehow ended up passing most of your classes, and you secured yourself a diploma. Does it feel anything like you expected? It definitely doesn't for me. It's a little more bittersweet than I wanted it to be. Sure, I'm not gonna miss homework, grades, deadlines, but there are so many people I'm not ready to say goodbye to. So many classes I wish I could have taken, classmates and teachers I wish I could have been closer to. so many ways my life could have gone, and it's a little hard to let go of all of that and be ready for, well, everything. Nothing's really changed about me other than I get this cool little piece of paper. Time keeps moving, and I don't know how to be anything other than a high schooler because that's what I've been for so long. I am and always will be a Coronado Cougar. Except, I'm not just a Cougar, am I? I'm also a Holmes Hawk. Gosh dang it, I'm a BV Tiger for the 4 of you out there who know what that means. And this Cougar human Tiger Hawk hybrid is about to move on to UCCS and become a mountain lion, which seems a little redundant actually. Anyway, what I'm saying is that these things don't just end. Just because we're not gonna wake up at 7 a.m. and crawl to our classes every morning doesn't mean we've thrown away our identities, because I'm still a proud member of Mr. Phillipson's 5th period AP Lang class. I'm an elite Foursquare player right out of the Holmes courtyard. I'm a part of Dominic Bates' Discord group. I'm Emma Hitt's friend from band class. I'm that kid you tried to cheat off of for that test in Miss V's Double XL math class. And we got those answers wrong together. Every teacher I didn't turn in homework for, everyone I know from those classrooms, cafeterias, and courtyards, I'll be carrying that with me now. And to the people I didn't get to talk to as much as I wanted, I still wouldn't be the same without you. Cougies is Cougies, now and forever. Time's not gonna wait for me or any of us, so keep an eye on that clock and don't throw it out the window. That pinball's gonna keep rolling, but that's okay, because every moment made me who I am. And I'll keep becoming more who me is as we keep moving along. And if the ball feels out of control and I can't finish a speech on my own, I can always ask people like Aiden Janney, Mr. Phillipson, or my Aunt Georgiana to help me keep the ball rolling, because it's always been a multiplayer game. So get out there, Cougies, and play the best dang pinball of your life.
Our next group of performers were all accepted into the 2022 Colorado All-State Choir and the Western Slope Honor Choir. Most recently, they received high superior ratings at the state a cappella competition, and many earned outstanding soloist awards. Now to perform the Creole Love Call, words by Billy Strayhorn, music by Duke Ellington, and arranged by Paul Kuhn, the Coronado Blue Notes, under the direction of Jeff Hoder.
wow, 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 wow. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da da da
A tradition at Coronado is the senior class selects a faculty speaker for graduation. This year's teacher has only been at Coronado for a short time, but has made a lot of impact on her, in her time here as the Family Consumer Studies teacher and the Student Council sponsor. She is known for her emails, making others laugh, and keeping Sam Gerber in line. I'm pleased to introduce to you this year's faculty speaker, Miss Emily King.
Okay, students, families, faculty, and honored guests. It's hard to imagine that I was once in your seat in 2004, which was 18 years ago. And before you say it, I know some of you were not even born yet. So much like you, I was hoping that everyone would speak very quickly so I could get out of there. Sadly, I'm your speaker, so can't say it'll be too quick, but I was warned that I only had 4 minutes to speak today, but now that I think about it, the only thing that lasted 4 minutes was my first marriage, so really sorry about that. And thank you for laughing. I really didn't know if that was going to be heard or not. Okay, but first off, I want to say thank you to the senior class. I work with a lot of amazing colleagues, and I know that a lot of you had other choices, and so I feel glad that I was the majority. So thank you very much for that. There's a lot of people in the room, though, who are anxious of what I have to say, and I can't quite blame them. You just never know what's going to come out. I call myself the Mozart of words, but this scenario is really ironic, and for teachers and for anyone who ever gets evaluated or observed, you know what I'm talking about. We can have unannounced observations where a admin or principal can walk into your room. You might plan all you want, but they happen to pick the one class that you might not want them to be at. And they walk in and they sit next to the one kid you might not have picked either. And so I was that kid 18 years ago, and I'm wondering if Mr. Smith is nervous at all about that, because now I have the microphone. So the tables have been turned. But as you can tell, I'm not from here. For one, I say Colorado, and you all say Colorado. So it's usually how you can tell someone is not from here is how they say the state's name. Also, this lovely accent of mine. I grew up in a small town in Ashland, Kentucky, so shout out to Mom and Dad. That's where they're watching this right now. I graduated in a very small class. So when I say small, Annie Friesma recently told me that her graduating class was a little around 100. My husband from Pershing County High School, Nevada, 36. Me, I was 2 dozen, so that's 24. So really small, and this personality had to come from somewhere, so I'm going to give it to that. After I graduated, though, I went to 4 hours south, and I went to the University of Tennessee. All it took was one football game, and I was sold. Just the pride, the passion, and it's very similar to what I have noticed at Coronado. I didn't really get a good feel of those traditions my first year because of, that COVID. So this year I actually got to experience my first parade, which is where I was able to see the amount of pride that this community has in Coronado, and I feel very fortunate that I was able to experience that. One thing for sure, when they kept talking about the West Side, I didn't know if they were talking about Tupac or if they were talking about actually where Coronado sits, which is the West Side. So I feel like that as a Tennessee fan and as also a Coronado fan, that the two are very much similar, which is why my next part, I have to talk about a little bit of football history. One of Tennessee's coaches, General Robert Neyland, is considered one of the winningest coaches of Tennessee history. He actually won 4 of our national championships, so it's pretty awesome. But what's good about General Robert Neyland is, one, his name is General because it comes from, he was a general in the Army. If you notice his coaching history, there's 2 gaps of time where he lived and served in Panama, and then he also served in World War II. There's only one other coach that ever did that, and that's Notre Dame, but who cares about them? So one of the reasons why I love General Neyland is the fact that he had 7 game maxims that were recited every day before practice, before games. It's something that still happens. And it's things like whoever commits the smallest amount of errors wins the game. Well, if you know Tennessee football, sometimes we still commit the most, and sometimes we still win, but barely. So with that in mind, the 7 game maxims, I've kind of turned these around and turned them into like 7 keys of happiness. The first one is your mom is always right. And if mom does not fit the bill, that does not represent your household, replace it with dad, grandmother, grandfather, guardian, whoever it may be. It's the loudest person that gives you advice. Sometimes, that could be a variety of people, but most of the time there's just one. Regardless of what that person is called, they are always right. They have been right. And maybe one day you'll have your own kids, and life will smack you in the face, and you'll be like, I'm literally saying the same things my mom told me. And I was 26 years old, and I made a phone call to my mom, and she probably might still remember that when I just flat out said, you were right. And she said, about what? And I said, everything. So it's going to happen one day, so just be ready. Be kind. I'm going to say that it costs nothing to be kind, and I know Mr. Taylor is behind me saying everything comes at a price. But we really live in a world where everything is so divisive. Every decision you make can be right or wrong, left or right. And at the end of the day, the decisions we make is absolutely no one's business. And so if we spent more time responding with kindness, just imagine what this world would be. So if someone says something you don't agree with, you have a choice to make. And I would say the right one is to either mind your own business, be kind, or, just shut up. That's good too. And ladies, I will also say that we need to be kinder to ourselves. Now this goes in the same number 2 spot, but at the end of the day, the world is hard enough, and we need to be kinder to ourselves. And if you know what I'm talking about, nothing is more hateful than a woman who gets ready in the morning and looks herself in the mirror. So just be kind to yourself. Number 3, if you're unhappy with what you're doing in life, or if you're happy with a certain situation, you get the choice to change it. That is a beautiful thing about life, is that we do get that option. Maybe not immediately, but eventually you can fix what's making you unhappy. If we learned anything in 2020, it's that life is short. So be happy. It's pretty cool. Number 4, the next one is, a lot of you are on a journey to find yourself. I always hear this, kids are just dying to find out who they are and who they'll be, all these other unknowns. But I'm going to have to tell you that in order to do that, you have to fail. And that's the scariest thing about life, is failing is okay. I know this is crazy, but I actually wasn't born perky and positive. I didn't come out of the womb, all this, happiness just spewing from my pores. It took a lot of hard days to be who I am today. I had to be broke, literally broke, and I had to be heartbroken. So in those moments where you find yourself wondering if you can make it, what's the next step, that's where you're really gonna find out who you are as a person. Dolly Parton, I couldn't go a speech without talking about Dolly. If she said it best, if you want a rainbow, you have to put up with the rain. So always remember that. Number 5, and this is something coming as from a teacher, this also could apply to anyone in the workforce. When you have a career, make sure you leave something in the tank for the people at home or the loved ones in your life. For example, everyone who works at Coronado High School loves you. We spend all day, every day, our days are with you, we love you, and sometimes we love so hard and give so much, but at the end of the day, our tanks are empty. We go home and we have no patience. Sometimes we just want anyone else to make a decision. I just want my husband to cook a meal, which he does often, so that's good. But there are a lot of times where we have little to no patience, and it's because we give ourselves away at work. So don't be so caught up in making a living that you forget to make a life. Our loved ones deserve more than just an empty tank. Number 6, when you look around the room, there are so many people here who want the best for you. I always tell parents it takes a village. And parenting a high schooler is like going bowling, but the bumper rails are up. But once you leave high school, those bumper rails go away, and the decisions you make at the end of the day are yours. The hope is that when you leave and live on your own, you know how to change a tire, you know how to listen to your gut instincts, and you know how to pay a bill, hopefully cook a meal if you took my class. But what we can't protect you from are shame and regret. Shame is the very part that can eat at you, it's going to eat away at the part that makes you believe that you are worthy of love and acceptance. And regret is the constant self-punishment that gets to live rent-free in your head. If you find yourself suffering from either one of these burdens, because those burdens are quite heavy, and there's many in the room that probably have the same baggage that you do, or you will, remember that there is nothing wrong to ever ask for help. And the last one, I know it's almost over. When I graduated high school, I'll never forget, all the news outlets thought that millennials, because I'm class of 2004, they thought we were going to end the world. They literally thought that millennials were going to be the reason that the world was going to end, the earth was going to die, all the things. They thought that the only thing we were going to be good for was to wear yoga pants in a Starbucks and solve the world's problems. And I feel like that your class gets a lot of negative feedback, but of course your teachers and myself and admin know that that is not true. Your last 4 years have definitely been in turmoil, but I feel like that all of us have prepared you quite well. At least I hope so. So some of that might be true, that, the things that they say in the news, that you don't take accountability. You might spend too much time on your phone and TikTok rots your brain, but definitely not. I would say no. But I was able to ask advice of other millennials, and I just did a simple, shout out to my social media, and I got quite a few feedback. So this is advice from other millennials, because they're the class that thought that, we were going to all end the world. They gave a lot of suggestions. 1, take care of your back. I'll never forget that. Even though you can back squat and you can do all the things, make sure you have help when you pick up a refrigerator, because you don't want to hurt your back. Another one, don't date the bar manager. Never works out. Make your own coffee instead of buying it. Take care of Mother Earth. Love is a verb. Your credit score matters. And spend money on travel and not things. Keep private stuff off social media. We actually don't need to know everything. And the last one is be present. Spend more time in reality versus digitally. So class of 2022, when I started thinking about words to say, I also thought about words not to say, because, it's been a long 2-3 years and we've heard a lot of the same words. So unprecedented, toilet paper shortage, essential, social distancing, new normal, and even the word uncertain were things that I thought, there's no way that's going to enter my speech. But let me just end my speech by saying that we're so proud of you. We know that you're going to go out in this world and make a difference, and that's the best part about it. You are capable of more than what you know, but also you realize what is essential about life and what isn't. You've set an unprecedented forecast to what we get to look forward to. You also realize that you can use social distancing as a way to get out of any invite that you don't want to go to. That even if you are uncertain, you need to always make sure you buy the extra rolls of toilet paper because socks don't cut it. After graduation, you are responsible for finding out your new normal, and that is something we hope that we prepared you for. So thank you, class of 2022. Congratulations, and love you all.
This year, Jazz Band won first place at the Heritage Music Festival in Anaheim, California, as well as straight superior ratings at the Greeley Jazz Festival. Additionally, many of the participants earned outstanding solo awards. Now to perform the Jody Grind by Horace Silver and arranged by John Clayton, Coronado Jazz Band 1 under the direction of Alan Combs.
Students, I want to start off by saying that we're glad you're here because it just hasn't been that easy to graduate from high school in the current conditions. We have asked you all to earn 46 credits in many different disciplines. We've asked you to critically think, problem solve, work together as team members, and we have required you to persevere. We asked you to come to school and be on time, and you are all here right now, so you have done well, and you have more to do. After all, this is just the beginning. Your high school experience is simply a stepping stone, and we're all excited to see what happens next. We have some great things that happened this year. This group of seniors earned over $5.5 million in scholarship money. We have earned 6 league titles: girls softball, boys soccer, our cheer team, girls and boys tennis teams, our boys cross country team. These were all league champions. Another round of applause for that. Between choir, band, and orchestra, our performing arts programs came away with superior ratings in every competition they competed in. The culmination of achievement in our performing arts program was a phenomenal production of The Wizard of Oz this last fall. One more round of applause. I saw that. We had a Betcher Scholar this year. Hello, Aiden. The greatest thing that happened for me this year, and what I'm most thankful for from this senior class, is you brought the fun back to Coronado. You brought the fun back to Coronado. We had record-setting attendance at our sporting events, performing art events, dances, etc. The 2022 Coronado Student Council, along with you seniors, set a great example on how to support and encourage each other. Our junior class, and all our underclassmen now have a very clear blueprint that they can follow. So thank you. At our last assembly a few months ago, we were recognizing our Cougars Gone Wired robotics team, and we brought our competition robot in, and it was fun to see the faces of our student body and our staff light up. This was a great example of fun. I wish you were all there to see it. Well, actually, if you take a look over here in the corner of the stadium, maybe you can take a look at what we got to see. What do you think of that? Seniors, again, thank you for rooting for and supporting each other. You've brought the fun back to Coronado. I am now pleased to publicly say for the first time that you have all met the graduation requirements set forth by the District 11 School Board. Dr. Gleditch, for your consideration, I present to you the Coronado High School class of 2022.
You know, I have something prepared to say today, and I usually will say it at every one of the speeches, but I have to share something today. First of all, I'm really pleased that I'm following Principal Smith because I would not want to follow any of our students' skills and talents as they were displayed today. And I really would like us all to give all of our student performers and our graduating seniors a big hand today because they're doing it right. They're doing it right. The other thing is that my message today to all of our seniors across the district is to add value to the world. When you leave Coronado, when you leave District 11, take time out and add value to the world each and every day with everything you think, say, and do. Because right now, I know you have added value to Coronado High School. And I thank you for doing that this year. So it's a no-brainer. Absolutely will accept you as graduates. And on behalf of everyone in District 11, Coronado High School, I hereby accept you outstanding graduates who sit before me today and will recommend you to the school board for the conferring of diplomas And at this time, and for that purpose, I'll ask President Malpacum to come forward and confer your diplomas. Congratulations, graduates.
And good afternoon. Good afternoon, Coronado students, staff, parents out there. And I'm glad to follow Dr. Gleditch and not one of the student speakers as well. So it's such an honor to be here today, back at the World Arena, and to share a few words. And more importantly, to celebrate you and your accomplishment, Coronado class of 2022. Give them a round of applause. So over the past 2 days, I've attended 4 graduations here. So this is the 4th graduation I'm attending at the World Arena. And each of the graduations are special in their own way. But after listening to the performance by the band, the orchestra, dare I say that we saved the best for last. So that was wonderful, and I want to give a shout out to Mr. Alan Combs, who I found out earlier this afternoon. He's retiring, and that was announced, but he served 39 years in District 11, 22 of them at Coronado. And all the other retirees too, who was mentioned earlier this afternoon. Class of 2022. Your journey getting here to this day was certainly not easy. Looking back, you spent almost a year and a half of your high school in remote and hybrid learning environments. I think I'm going to use some of those words that Ms. King said not to use, but I think I'm going to add some of those here. You had to often isolate and socially distance from your peers. Quarantines and face masks were the norms. You became proficient in communicating with your teachers in virtual classrooms. You faced every possible adversity and more than you can ever imagine. And you are here today, still standing. You adapted, you overcame, you learned how to make the best of every moment. You in fact thrived in the midst of these challenges. So today, and this celebration is a reflection of you. Your positivity, your grit, your tenacity and determination. It's a celebration of your unbreakable spirit, the spirit to push through obstacles and overcome hurdles along the way. And all those scholarships, the awards and the accomplishments are testimony to that. I cannot put into words how proud I am of each and every one of you, and I'm sure your parents, teachers, and staff share the same sentiment. So give a big round of applause to our graduates. And I do want to take a minute and recognize the phenomenal staff at Coronado. Those teachers believed in you every single day, encouraged you, provided guidance, helped you get here to this day, and your parents too behind you. So thank you, teachers, staff, and parents of Coronado. And again, when I was talking in the back room, I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Bryce Mclean. I found out that he, your own teacher out there, was earlier this week honored as the Colorado State Air Force Association Teacher of the Year. And you've got other amazing staff out there too. So graduates, you walk out of here today into a world of endless possibilities. Be rest assured that the education you received at Coronado High School has fully prepared you for what lies ahead. I'll leave you with a few parting thoughts that will hopefully be of value to you as you step into the next chapter of your lives. And I fully understand that I'm the only one that's standing between you and your diploma, so I will keep this brief. Whatever you choose to do it with passion. If you follow your passion, you will never work a day in your life. Find what you're passionate about, and you will find your purpose and calling in life. Challenge yourself to step outside of your comfort zone. I think one of your student speakers even talked about it. I think Ms. Sela did. Take the road less traveled. When you take that less traveled path, you will encounter difficulties and you will encounter failures, some that will test you to the very core. But you learn from those failures, you grow, you become stronger, and you get one step closer to success. And all that happens only when you take the journey outside of your comfort zone. Contribute positively to the community around you. At the end of the day, it is about the lives you've touched and the people you've lifted up. Continue to make the difference and leave your community a little bit better than you found it. Be curious. Curiosity will fuel a lifelong journey of learning and growth. Treasure the experiences along the way. And your other student speaker talked about that time goes by really fast. It surely does. I recently found out that about a Coronado tradition where seniors gather in the Coronado parking lot on the first day of their senior year to watch the sunrise, and the last day of the school year to watch the sunset. Simple, pure, and enduring tradition, where as a senior class you gather, bond, and form lasting memories. As you go through life, take time to enjoy and treasure those simple moments, the sunrise and the sunsets. Lastly, I know you are a tough and resilient group, and Ms. King talked about this too, but always, always remember to be kind. Choose kindness, and you will always end up doing the right thing. Wherever the path leads you, remember that you will always remain Coronado Cougars. Continue to bring pride, honor, and legacy to yourself and the D11 community. Congratulations, Coronado Senior Class of 2022. Thank you for having me here. Now, are you guys ready? Yeah. Are you guys ready? We can be louder. There you go. On behalf of the District 11 Board of Education, I'm pleased to accept Coronado High School Class of 2022 for the conferring of diplomas. Congratulations, you have graduated.
Seniors, all year you've been counting down the number of minutes until you graduate. I'm pleased to announce that number of minutes has reached 0. Will my first row please stand and make your way to the stage?
Selah, Rose, Border. Samuel, Curtis, Gerber. Zevin, Alexander, Scott. Bradley, Allen, Aber. Quinn, Michael, Africano. Ariella, Giselle, Aguirre. David Alejandro Aguirre. David Alonzo Alcantar Olivas. Kais Alizada. Zir Farhad Almamar. Haley Gabriella Amaya. Lily Ann Amarine. Jesus Roberto Archuleta. Leanza Lou Armamento. Christian de Guzman Ortega. Evan Timblin Asiano. Mia Olivia Atencio. Simon Paul Augustine. Amber Elizabeth Bakken. Dominic Marcos Bates. Paradise Gatone Bowserman. Elizabeth Erica Berg. Christopher Albert Bernier. Tyler Arthur Bernier. D'Angelo Milagro Bickford. Jasa Lee Birdsell. Brianna Renee Bitters. Logan Brian Bitters. Lisa Annabelle Blevins. Alyssa Marie Brandt. Candace Lynn Brickle. Rebecca Lynn Brickle. Isaiah Jordan Brooks. Isaac Zachary Brown. Hannah Mackenzie Brusky. Demetrius Anthony Bunn. Kim Berta. Tyler Nicole Burgess. Carlitos Xavier Cardenas. Isabel Guadalupe Cardwell. Brianna Elizabeth Kaspari. Ivy Rose Chireau. Rocio Rachel Cisneros. Alana Lynn Claro. Matthew Scott Klein. Nicholas Alexander Colucci. Angelera Gabrielle Contreras. Tyler Brent Cornell. Anastasia Michael Marie Cortez. Garrett Anthony Costa. Mackenzie Deanne Costa. Nathaniel Joseph Cucaro. Atticus Elena Cuff Aiken. Razel Tyreek Cunningham. Emily Josephine Sesh. Andrew Thomas Derrigan. McKenna Danielle Davidson. Benjamin Thomas Davis. Catherine Elizabeth Davis. Logan Quincy Deo. Riley Jane Dillon. Kaylee Jeanette Dorset. Holland Rebecca Doucette. Iker Duenas Lopez. Kyle Graham Erdmans. Lennox Julian Ellers. Logan Grace Elston. Sarah Michelle Inc. Jacob Engel. John Zanabu Engstrom. Petra Alexis Espinoza.
Cash Samuel Fields. Elizabeth Rose Freer. Tomas Andres Fresquez. Noah Joseph Garcia. Jaden Nicole Geschke. Brady Wayne Gossage. Casey Charles Green. Emma Ziomara Grice. Nicholas Grimm. Sebastian Luis Guerrero. Sandra Grace Hagan. Mallory Rose Hajek. Dominic Jared Hall. Hayden Joshua Halford. Kylie Jean Harmon. Matthew Ryan Harmon. Sonia Jane Harris. Roman Hawkins. Everin Jules Haman Ray. Kimberly Hernandez Garcia. Ethan David Hessong. Sydney Ann Hidalgo. Emma Bailey Hitt. Jillian McAllister Hicksonbaugh. Kira Shandell Hoffman. Brian Algiel Holguin. Clayton David Holly. Ava Jean Hauger. James Michael Houston. Logan Joshua Hoyle. Masa Ray Tu. Kiernan Lee Huff. Ethan Michael Hughes. Sadie Rihanna Hughes. Jack Spencer Hewlett. Kaylee Grace Iverson. Jaden Lee Jacobs. Jake Harold Jacobucci. Aiden Thoreau Janney. William Wesley Jennings IV. Evan Henry Johnson. Trevor Logan Johnson. Madison Taylor Jones. Miguel Lewis Judkins. Julizbeth Carmona Justo. Jason Thomas Kem. Katie Jasmine Keller. Winter Vale Kelly. Nora Marie Kelman. Molly Elizabeth Kelso. Austin Michael Laird. Joshua Aaron Langley. Lene Love Lascano. Ella Marie Leischer. Micaiah Allen Lamatti. Kyle Owen Llewellyn. Michaela Therese Lorbetsky. Jordan Lee Lewis. Sophia Grace Lewis. Abigail Elaine Lumpkins.
Shyla Ann Mariah Mays. Kaylee Alexandria Manson. Anna Christina Martinez Almanza. Elena Morgan Martinez. I got you. Aiden Joshua Matson. Jenna Rose Matson. Rhett Matthew McCarthy. Courtney Ray McKee. Caleb Franklin Merkling. Olivia Lauren Mills. Jaden Isaiah Montgomery. Taya Patricia Mooney. Nene Lean Morris. Carter Charles James Moyer. Sebastian Munoz Villalobos. Oliver Martin Myers. Peyton Gray Nalder. Lisbeth Helena Nagarete Sanchez. Preston Ralph Nelson. Francesca Alessandra Nicastro Munoz. Benjamin Everett Norman. Taisei Ogura. Austin Ya Otri. Erica Morgan Olson. Donovan Ryan Osayer. Aaliyah Marie Osetta. Addison Danielle Parkenham. Ian Kinley Palmer. Kyla Renee Pappenfuss. Joseph Park. Daniela Para. Hunter Sky Patterson. Samuel Leon Patton. Cody Allen Peach. Cassidy Isabel Peacock. Joseph Dean Pearson. Fernanda Perez Ortega. Yvonne Raquel Perez. Jeffrey Xavier Pethel. Shelby Danielle Phillips. Isaac Patrick Pierre. Jacqueline Giselle Pinos. Avalon Riley Plaisted. Adrian Annalise Powers. Liam Micah Purcell. Veronica Marie Ramos. Ashlyn Elizabeth Rayner. Michael Dalton Reeser. Yep. I got you, Dylan. Dylan Heath Reek. Micah William Regner. Sadira K. Rainstar. Jaden James Rempel. Sunshine Adriana Bianca Renner. Adelina Marie Reyes. Jade Flores Reyes. Zachary James Richards. Tabitha Jean Ridge. Miguel Guadalupe Rios. I'm gonna try my best, dude. No, the middle. Benicio Luis Marrero Rocha. Logan Shannon Roche. Aurora Tori Alice Romano. Right here, Corey. Right here, Corey. Corey Joseph Root. Joel Caruso Rosales. Oliver Grayson Rose. Jan Marian Rosberg. Bianca Linnea Rubico.
Gabriel Joseph Salazar. Mariah Renee Salmaran. Emily Michelle Salvat. Madison Aileen Schmoll. Mackenzie Elizabeth Schultz. Vanessa Marie Scheiberg. Cole Junebao Scriven. Noah Lou Shapansky. Charles Alexander Settlemeyer. David Eugene Shane. Emily James Sharp. Thomas James Shoemaker. Sierra Abigail Silvers. Matthew Felix Simpleman. Brennan James Simpson. Nicholas Scott Sin Mondragon. Julian Harrison Rodolfo Scar. Anna Catherine Slocum. Kylie Renee Smith. Luke Graham Smith. Tyler Bradley Solomon. Shaylee Kalia Spear. Jessie Marie Spratt. Ariana Marie St. Peter. Sierra Rose Valverde Stark. Alicia Lyric Domani Stark. Kyle Richard Starkey. Maybell Renee Starkey. Savannah Renee Starr. Ella Charlotte Steiner Smith. Emily Rose Stellick. Sequoia Lynn Strandberg. Cassidy Faith Street. Kayla Putri Suyatna. Isabella Jane Swanson. Costanza Tassi. Dominic Juan Terrones. Elise Sarah Thompson. Henry Robert Thompson. Alea Lynn Tilton. Alexis Jane Tinder. Brianna Nicole Toland. Ashley Veronica Valdez Sotelo. Anthony Valenciano. Marisol Rose Vallejos. Ethan David Van Caster. Julia Marie Vilpando. Luke Wales. Leith Chadwick Waters. Raven Lynn Weems. Dylan Carol Weiss. Gabriel Paul Williams. Veronica Lee Wilson. Luke Ryan Michael Woodbury. Ross William Woods. Byron Yeakley. Let's go! Tom Zemke.
There you go, smile big, buddy.
Keith Anthony Reyes Lucero.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the Coronado High School class of 2022. Here is your student body president, Sam Gerber, to lead you in Coronado's tassel turning ritual.
Awesome. Okay, it's not just tassel turning. I actually have a bit of a speech, so I'm sorry. My speech is gone. All right, that's okay. I'm cool with winging it. Well, first of all, I do want to say a few thank yous. I didn't even write this down anyways, so. First of all, to my family, wherever you guys are. Can I get a woohoo, wherever you guys are? I don't know where you're at. There they are. Hi. They know that. They know that I love them. But I also want to say thank you to a couple teachers behind me. The first one being Miss Emily King, sitting right over there. I know that I would not be where I'm at today, the leader I am, the person I am, if I had not had her as my student council advisor. She's taught me so many good things, to be kind, to be nice, to be friendly, and yeah, just a big round of applause for Ms. King. She's so amazing. Oh, my speech showed up. Thank you. I didn't even notice that. My other one, Mr. Smith, obviously. I have known Mr. Smith for as long as I can remember, longer than the past 4 years. Might have been like 6th grade when I had first met you. All my siblings went through Coronado and all been very close with Mr. Smith. I would even consider him a family friend before I would consider him my principal. So he's taught me so many things. He even helped me get my Eagle Scout. He wrote a letter of recommendation for me. He just taught me that it's really important to have a good, positive role model in your life. And I had that with him. So round of applause for him. Okay, now my actual speech. It says first off, well, what a quick 4 years that was, you know? It feels like just the other day, I was learning my shapes, my colors, addition and subtraction, and my left from my right. And those weren't even the hardest parts of freshman year. But seriously, the past 4 years of our lives meant so much more than what we give them credit for. And it all has to do with how we spend our time. I lost my spot. So hear me when I say, it's crazy how time flies so unbelievably quickly, and it does so just under our noses. I think the most important message that I can pull out of that quote is that time goes by so fast, we often forget to make the most of it. And personally, I believe that's exactly what high school is for, making the most of it. Now, before I contradict myself, making the most of your time can mean any number of things, but it shouldn't mean just one thing. One of the greatest lessons we've learned in the past 12 years had nothing to do with mitochondria, but it would be learning to create a manageable balance through the right use of time. A balance of school, friends, family, work, clubs, sports, and other interests. And developing the time management skills to not put any one of those before the other too often. If we hyper-focus on just one thing in life, we end up missing out on so many other valuable opportunities. So my advice to every single one of us in this room, in front of me, in the stands, whoever you are, about to move on, put yourself out there every chance that you get. Because even if not everything goes according to plan, you will learn something new. And that's the most valuable part of life. Now, I could talk about the importance of high school and all the great things that we've learned in ourselves for another, 3 minutes, but they told me I couldn't. So without further ado, everybody make sure your tassel's on the right side of your cap for me. If it's not, I trust you know your left from your right. Take it from the right and move it to the left. Congratulations, Coronado High School graduates. All right, and keep your hats on. We're actually gonna go ahead and go outside. I got the okay. We're gonna go ahead and throw our caps once we get out there, all right? Cool. That's all I have. Have a good day, guys.
You too, sir.
Thank you.